Consider this. You play in the NFL for 11 years without ever setting foot on a Super Bowl field. And then at last, your time comes. The lights are on. Everyone in the planet is observing. At halftime, the woman you recently had a baby with is performing. It sounds like a motion picture. It has a Destiny-like sound. However, she unfollowed you on Instagram within a day after the game's conclusion. Additionally, 50 Cent is already making fun of you online. That's precisely what happened to Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Furthermore, I can assure you that you do not already know this narrative. Not entirely, because what was developing beneath the surface for months was overlooked by the headlines. The other children, the evasive proposal and response, the legal drama, and the chilly good luck at a party. We're going over everything in detail and in order today. Now, let's get started with those who require background information. Stefon Diggs is a 32-year-old wide receiver with the New England Patriots who has played in the NFL for 11 seasons. This isn't a backup. This individual inked a 3-year contract valued between $63.50 and $69 million in March 2025. He caught 82 to 85 passes for around 8,000 yards and 4 touchdowns in the 2025 campaign. After playing professional football for 11 years, he made his first Super Bowl appearance in Super Bowl 60. 11 years. That background is important because it illustrates the weight that this game already had before any personal turmoil was involved. Conversely, the 33-year-old Grammy-winning rapper Cardi B is the creator of Bodak Yellow and, as of 2025, a new album titled Am I the Drama? Looking back, it seems like the world was warning us. In July 2024, she filed for divorce from her ex-husband Offset, with whom she had 3 children, Culture, Wave, and Blossom. Diggs was barely out of one well-known relationship before entering this one, as dating rumors about her started just months later in October 2024, and the next one would go pretty quickly. Rumors begin in October 2024. They both deny it. Typical behavior of a celebrity. Then February 14, 2025, Valentine's Day. They're seen together at a hotel in Miami by TMZ. First sighting that was verified. They continue to make an effort to keep it secret. Subtlety completely vanishes when April arrives. At Coachella, Cardi performs a laugh dance with Diggs in front of everyone on video. Offset openly reacts when she acknowledges that she is dating someone without naming him. I'm glad for her. We'll never know if he meant it, but it was noted. This is when things start to become interesting because at around the same time, a story is released that makes matters much more complicated. Diggs' daughter, model Aaliyah, is born in April 2025. This child was conceived prior to Diggs and Cardi's relationship becoming well-known. It wasn't until November 2025 when paternity was established. Consider the implications for Cardi. She is going into a relationship where there is already another woman, another child, and an uncomfortable chronology. We really don't know if she knew from the beginning or discovered it later, but it's a theme that permeates the whole narrative. May 5th, 2025, the Met Gala. Despite retaining some deniability, they were seen leaving the event holding hands, but their body language was telling. The internet explodes when the Knicks play the Celtics on May 12th. They arrive together, hit the Jumbotron, and enter and exit while holding hands. Unquestionably, the first official public appearance. They make their Instagram debut in June, posting pictures of their yachts with the comment, Chapter 5. Hello. Chapter 6. Cardi is flaunting a $73,000 PC by August. Diggs was given a gift by Philippe Nautilus, who called him her boo-boo. It looks really fantastic. Please click the like button if you think this analysis is useful. It sustains this programming and benefits the channel. Cardi announces her pregnancy during an appearance on CBS Mornings with Gayle King on September 17, 2025. She claims to feel empowered, strong, and encouraged. It's important to pay attention to this map. In February 2025, the first sighting was confirmed. Announcement of pregnancy in September 2025, and the baby arrives by November 3rd or 4th. A boy wearing a blanket with a Patriots theme declared November 13th. Diggs at the CFDN Award is a public celebration of fatherhood. Everything appears flawless from the outside. They wear matching attire to a Patriots versus Jets game in December 2025. They appear to have a few objectives, but rumors start to circulate that they didn't spend Christmas together. Not verified, but observed. The Patriots win the AFC Championship in January 2026. On the field, Cardi celebrates. Diggs is about to play in his first Super Bowl. This ought to be the pinnacle of their tale. Super Bowl week, however, presents a very different picture. Diggs is asked explicitly about proposing to Cardi by a reporter on February 2nd. His response is on the agenda. Perhaps I had to grab mine first. 4 months ago, you each gave birth to a child. Your response to the proposal question is maybe, and the Super Bowl is just a few days away. That was quickly picked up by the internet. Cardi is then asked to deliver an inspirational speech at the Fanatics party on February 7th. She reportedly responded with 2 words, "Good luck." According to sources, she was aloof and chilly. Clearly, something had changed. February 8th, 2026, Super Bowl 60, Levi Stadium. The New England Patriots are defeated 29-13 by the Seattle Seahawks. On the greatest stage of his career, Diggs finishes with 3 receptions and 37 yards. Cardi leaves the stadium early after performing during Bad Bunny's halftime concert. She uploads a video of herself singing by herself in the car. She isn't waiting or honoring him. She's just gone. Additionally, there are unconfirmed rumors that Diggs' former partner brought their child to the game. To be clear, it is unconfirmed, but if it were, it would greatly clarify what happened thereafter. One day following the Super Bowl on February 9th, 2026, Entertainment unfollowed each other on Instagram. An anonymous insider confirms the split tonight, particularly adding that reconciliation is still feasible. Then in a satirical remark, 50 Cent joins the conversation, pointing out that Diggs lost both the relationship and the Super Bowl in less than a day. Nasty, true, and incredibly cruel. Diggs shares a 20-slide Instagram carousel on February 11th. The caption discusses control and thankfulness. "Love didn't bring me this far," he says. "God did. And being without something is the finest way to appreciate it." No pictures of Cardi. Comments are disabled. Cardi begins her Little Miss Drama tour on February 12th and shares Super Bowl pictures of Odell Beckham Jr., Kiara, and Lala Anthony. Each and every frame lacks Diggs. This is the part of the story that has received less attention than it merits. In addition to everything else, there is a significant legal issue. An event occurred in Diggs' Denham, Massachusetts house on December 2nd, 2025. Charges are filed by December 22nd. Assault, violence, misdemeanor, and felony strangling and suffocation. The accusations stem from communications from a lady who is thought to be Diggs' girlfriend, a personal chef who is contesting unpaid wages, and a report of a slap and attempted choking. Diggs calls the accusations unsupported and disputes everything. 5 days after the Super Bowl on February 13th, 2026, he enters a not guilty plea with new attorneys and is freed on personal recognizance with an April 1st pretrial date. The Patriots released a statement of solidarity. Although it is impossible to ignore the date, it is speculative whether this directly contributed to the separation. What then put an end to this? This is the point at which we must distinguish between our knowledge and our guesses. There are a number of theories that have been put forth, such as Diggs' ex possibly going to the Super Bowl, the ongoing complexity of multiple baby mama situations, the emotional and financial strain of losing the Super Bowl, the weight of a pending criminal case, and possibly most simply, a relationship that progressed at an almost reckless pace. February 2025 was the first confirmed sighting. Pregnancy began in September 2025, and the kid was born in November of the same year. Divorce in February 2026. 9 of those months were open to the public, and that is 12 months of exceptional intensity condensed into a single year. The foundation eventually collapsed due to a series of difficulties. A breakup is verified as of February 15, 2026. Neither party has made any formal declarations. The mutual unfollow is still in effect. Cardi is touring with 4 kids in mind. Diggs is getting ready for a pre-trial hearing on April 1st, and in the backdrop is a new contract that is supposedly worth $20 million annually. Reconciliation hasn't been completely ruled off according to an unidentified source. And no matter what each of them posts next, a newborn son will always bind these 2 individuals together. This is what I keep returning to. We witnessed the Patriots blanket, the pregnancy announcement, the yacht pictures, and the Jumbotron moment. All of the highlights were shared on social media, but the off-camera interactions were not. Not the accumulation of legal accusations, not the intricacy of mixed families and incongruous timelines. It took Stefon Diggs 11 years to win a Super Bowl. When he eventually arrived, he lost. He created what appeared to be a family, but it disintegrated in the same day. Cardi B, who has been outspoken about her desire for stability and peace, was once again caught up in a situation that was more intricate than anyone could fully comprehend. 2 public figures are now co-parenting a newborn as the entire world watches, regardless of the true story, which we may never fully understand. And that is by no means the end of the narrative. If you haven't already, subscribe so we can break it all down as more develops.